It meant a lot. Obviously, every team wants to win. We had been in a little bit of like a rough patch, finishing, being consistent, and for us to just be able to push through and just have each other's backs and really just rally off of each other, it really meant that we're improving and we saw a lot of success, and it just really reinforced what we were trying to accomplish.
What were your thoughts on Jordan's performance and what she was able to do?
She did so amazing. I was so proud of her. I just was like throwing it up there for her at one point, knowing that she was going to kill the ball. I thought she did really well. She just kept going and she kept going, and it was great by Jordan. It was really good.
Rita had talked after the match about kind of that end of the match sequence where she had told you to go to on the outside of Carly, but if Carly wasn't there, that you had the middle. Just kind of what was your mindset in those last few points there to try to finish it?
So I was going to put the ball where it could score. Obviously, Kansas is a really, really good team, so they were trying to be scrappy. Like, they were really on edge. All the pressure was on them. So I was just thinking, okay, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try this, and then I'm going to try this, depending on the pass. I'm not going to do anything special because I don't want to mess up with any sort of mistake, and just let my hitters take it from there. If I can give them the best ball I can give them, they're good enough to put it away. So I trusted them.
You had that on two there at the end as well. How much of those decisions is that all you, or do any of those calls come from the sideline on when to go on to?
That is me. That's my gut feeling. It's kind of risky, but I went for it, and there was there, which is good.
So I think it was like 20 digs for you in the, no, something like that. But the team as a whole, the defense seemed to be, I mean, you were kind of flying around in ways that maybe you don't all the time. So the defense was, what was different about the defense there for the team as a whole?
So we had talked about it the day before. We just really want to be scrappy, go for every ball, see what we could do, see what we could get, because sometimes it's like, oh, well, that was a good hit. We wanted to just keep going after every ball, and then we got a lot of really, really good digs that really kept us in some of those rallies. And I think going forward, we really want to just focus on 1 point at a time, get that one dig, and then go from there. But I will say, with the dumping on two, Anna had been talking to me about it all game, reminding me of it. So after, I would like kind of look at her in between points, and she would kind of signal to me that it was open. So she kept it in the back of my head.
How have you been coached on that in terms of, when maybe the right time to do that is?
So sometimes in the first play of the game, sometimes not, kind of on the run. It all really depends on the situation. You just want to try and catch them as off guard as possible. So, like, if they're expecting it, don't do it in a sense. So it's like, if it's like they're on like a 3 point run, and I've tried every hitter, and like say like we've made like 3 errors. It's kind of expected to happen, but say like someone just gets a kill, and then like the middle, it's like a perfect pass. Like, that's a good time to do it.
In the past, Rita talked about how Anna was kind of hesitant to go with the setter dump. Do you think that's like helped Anna like talk to you about it, that she's had to learn when to do that?
Yes, I think it helps both of us in a sense, because we're learning off of each other, and sometimes in practice, like, she'll dump and then I'll be like, oh, I want to dump now. So it's just fun to be like super competitive, and really I think both of our dumps have gotten a lot better and more sneaky, and it's just fun.
As a freshman, what did you take away from the players-only meeting after the loss to Kansas State?
Um, I mean, I really just thought it was like a good team refocus moment. It's nothing that we said in there was bad. Everything we said needed to be done, and we wrote it on a board. We said what we were going to do, and we did it. And so I really think that in the future, when we go to Cincinnati and West Virginia, taking one game at a time, 1 point at a time, and really emphasizing what was on that board and thinking about how we felt after that Kansas State game and how we felt in that locker room will really help us in the next matches.
What kind of stood out to you just about the way the team handled some of those situations against Kansas? I mean, you're up 20-16 in set two, you lose. You have 3 set points in set three, you can't finish that. What did you kind of like about the way you guys battled through those losses to get to the final win in the end?
I loved how we did not give up. If it was any other game, I think we would have probably folded for the next set, and then by the time we get to the fourth set, we would have been done. But we huddled up in like the second set. We were aware what was going on. We were aware we were making a lot of errors, and that I think is very important because it's like if you know you're doing something, then you know you can fix it. And so in the second set, we never gave up. We kept battling. We really, really wanted it, and like us fighting shows how much that we wanted it. So it was just good that we just were self-aware as a team.